Hey guys, it's me Rickerson. Today I'm gonna be doing a video explaining some simple build tips in electric state. Let's say you wanna build something just for fun, like a shop. This video is gonna be a great video for that. Before we start this, I want to say that a new thing has just popped up out of Oasis. Now you can see here with the pictures. It's really new and looks really good. It's like Electric State 2. I mean, just look at all that detail right there. And the lighting looks awesome in that city. And then here, you can see this is some jetpack combat. Now, if you want to look at the leaks, there's a Red. They have them on Reddit and the official Red developers Discord. So if you want to go look at the leaks, you can go onto their Discord or Reddit for them. These are really new, just came out and really recent, and I think we're all excited for this. Especially since this is kind of like Electric State 2, which means who doesn't want Electric State 2? Alright, first tip I have, that is using the resizable wall. So first I'm going to just place a node down real quickly. Make sure it's not overlapping with anyone else's node. We're just going to put it right there. Intersecting nodes. Wow, there. So we made a base right there. Alright. I see a lot of people do this. They take these wooden walls just because it's already there. But I mean, look at how you place these. If you're trying to make a quick build, then you're just probably going to be doing that. And anyone who uses these walls like this probably hasn't learned about any other techniques. Now, this is a horrible example since I actually somehow did a good job aligning these. But, I mean, a lot of these are going to be unaligned. You'll find people doing that. So, that's not really a good thing to use. Don't use those. Those are horrible. Instead, you have a quicker, easier, and much better alternative called the resizable wall. If you see someone who made a really good build, they use the resizable wall or a prefab, probably the resizable wall if it's a good build. I'll demonstrate how you use this. So you just place it down. If you don't like that, choose your color and then your texture. So I don't like that color. We're gonna go for a grime metal because let's say we're making a tank. Alright? So you're just gonna click on it and drag and stop there. And you can change the sizes of these walls basically. And so let's say I just want to make a thin wall. Sorry, I'm not that precise. If you guys are wondering, I don't play on a mouse. I play on a MacBook with one of those crappy little pad things, whatever those are. So I can just do that. And boom, look, wall. And if you want to quickly build another without having to do much work, or do you want to make it precise and you don't want to use edit since that's kind of hard to make something precise like a build, just do that. See? That is the thinnest the wall will go. So if I want to make a pole, this, for example, is how big that pole would be. And if I want to do something kind of like this, I can move that. And then let's say I want to make a wall. Just pull that back. Press the copy button. And look. Now I've made that and that without having to with only having to place one new resizable wall. My next tip is going to be editing. Editing is probably is a really helpful tool you can use for building something. So let's say I place down let's find something I would place down here, logs. I want to place down some logs. Well, with editing, you go into edit mode and you can choose the color. So logs are not green. Logs are not green steel. They're brown wood, of course. So you do that. So with edit, you can change the color of something, and also you can move it around. So pressing J changes the axis, as you can see. So you know that's just like your normal forwards, backwards, side to side, up, down. You get it. And then J, it'll change it to some diagonal thing. So you know it kind of looks like that. And with edit, you can try something like copying the copy thing that you saw with the resize wall, of course. So let's just do that and copy. And look, now we have some longer logs. Just keep doing that until we feel like it's long enough. So you see how I did that? I made it look like that because I'm using the edit and the copy. I'm using the copy and paste thing. So let's do it again. If I press copy, you can also do this. Press copy. And now I'll move that up. And look. So now I've made like a lot of logs. Yeah. So edit is a really helpful tool. And I mean, falling into the edit thing as well, I guess. Because I mean, why not? I'm going to put resize. So we're going to use the logs again. So with resize, it's not going to do what the resize wall does, so I can't make this really wide. Look, it's changing the size. So if I want to make small logs, I can do that. And so let's say I want to make like an ammo box with like some chains of bullets running down. We're going to go grime, metal, ammo box. Let's place that on the ground, just right there. Then for logs, I'm going to choose that, because I mean that, nope, it has a good gold color to it. So we're going to, of course, go to metal, delete that because that's the wrong thing. Actually, no, I'm going to go for the official gold block. And then we're going to turn that by pressing R. So press R if you want to, you know, like turn it. And we're just going to move it over to the little block right there. It's our ammo box. Drop it down. Maybe push it up against it more. And then look. Wait, that's still pretty bad. Alright, there. So look, now it looks like we have an ammo box, and we have like, I don't know, a chain of bullets running down the outside. And you can, of course, do this if you want to make like a machine gun or something. So yeah. So use your resize objects, and also use edit on them. Next, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give you an example of a build. And this is make your build small and then fill it up with stuff. So damn it. Oh yeah, wait, destroy your node first, guys. That's number 1. I look like a horrible person. Okay. So don't make a massive build unless you know how you're going to be able to do this trick. And that is fill up your space. Don't make like an empty thing. And my perfect example of making a small and empty thing is the fact that there's an intersecting node. No. Okay. There. This is taking way longer than it should. Okay, there. Hot dog cola. If you've played Electric State before, you may have seen this around a little. Hot dog cola. It's pretty much what you think it is. It's a hot dog stand. And You see how this hot dog stand isn't as boring as you'd expect it to be, because look, I have filled it up with random things, like we have drinks and more drinks, and then we have hot dogs there, and then a little boombox there. You have another like hatch where you'd find the buns. We have an umbrella. We have a cooler, and then maybe something like that, the heating device for the hot dogs. Then under it, I've compact a, where is it? A shop beacon into the stand, so it kind of makes it a little fatter. And then I've used a chair. No, that was a table. I've used a table right there to use as like handles, because like, of course, you want to push the stand around. You see how this isn't boring. There's a lot happening there, and there's so much to look at, so it makes it a better build to look at, and there's like lots that you can admire about it. This build's probably garnered me the most amount of like compliments about it. So yeah, and for an actual building, I'm probably gonna go with which one should I go with? I don't even know at this point. How about this? I'm actually working on this project called the House of Builders. This is a really good example. Alright? So, I think only 2 people, including one of them, including me, has actually done their interior. The other person who made that like tall tower thing right there, I'm probably gonna talk to them in a little after recording this about them wanting to do their interior. So look, I have a small little house, and I've basically filled it up, so it's not boring. Do you see how this doesn't look too boring? Now, I think I probably should have put more in, but I mean, there's a build limit, because there's already one guy building this amazing thing, which I can't wait to see what that turns into. And then, of course, the other person who built that. Now, I'm going to show you that tower, not this. This isn't done. Hope it will be soon, because this is going to be awesome. Okay, let me find a way to jump off. Oh, yeah. So I'm going to use the roof to jump up there. We're just going to climb a ladder. And I just did that. Wow. I look like a pro. So you see how there isn't much that this person did, but you see it's still kind of a lot, because look, this is tiny. And also look at how they use the ceiling lamp as a roof. That's a really good idea. Also, the vines. Now, I need to get these. The vines, they're like the best things ever. You want to use props, and you want to use props to fill up your build. Also, how the hell did that happen? Alright, there. Door problem fixed. So you see how I filled up the inside, and that's perfect. You want to fill up your inside, and you want as many props as you can to make it look like there's actually something. Alright, that's that tip. Yeah, do that. Or chairs. Which brings me to my next tip. Use chairs. Chairs are amazing things in this game. Alright? Chairs are so universal and so good, you won't even recognize it. Even tables. So you see that thing right there? That's the founding table. You see this attempt at me making a disc player. I forgot what these called. I sound like a stupid a zoomer who's like, iPods? What are those? Like, you see the black circle there? That's a bench stool. Alright? You see, and probably one of my best that's like the best example for using a chair, the bench stool. Or the chair stool. It's like a little stool. And if I show you guys the hot dog stand again. If you saw the hot dogs, which I'm hoping you did since those are amazing, like the entire stand itself. Look, do you see those hot dogs? Watch me blow your mind. Ready? Those hot dogs are chairs that I just made smaller. Like, that's it. It's just a chair. And the wheels, guess what those are? Guess what those are? Ready? They're chair stools. See that? Chairs are amazing. Look, I already have 1, 2, and 6 chairs in a build. And I bet most of you didn't even know that they were chairs. Like, chairs are amazing in this game, and they can be used for so many different things. And they're just like the unsung heroes for builders in Electric State. And I think everyone can agree with me who builds a lot in Electric State. Chairs are the most amazing and universal things that that probably exist in Electric State. And what brings me to my final tip. That is... Actually, no, this won't be my final tip. Never mind. Use the crates. These seem kind of useless unless you want to use the scavenge crate to get like some Bloxy Cola or an M1911 Deagle or M16. Wait. Oh no, never mind. I thought the M1911 was more rare than the M16. That'd be stupid. See, I mean, that crate's pretty useless, but if you want to build an Electric State, take a look at these crates. Look. You have shelves in this. You have tables. You have an arcade. And look at the banker crate. Look. This is taking a while. Look, you have a diner. You have a literal bank, a Fontaine Rapture, a statue. You have new doors. You have a ticket booth. You have a table. And look at the Western crate. A guard tower. They call it an observation tower. It's a guard tower. You have tents. You have stools. You have a jeep. Alright? You have a saloon. I mean, just look at these. Look at all of that. There's so much that you can use for building in that. Alright? And it's perfect. Those crates have probably the best building materials. And let's say a limited crate comes up, make sure you've been saving up Auroras like me. I've only bought 2 crates in the past week, and that was yesterday, just because I just felt like it. Look, I'm saving up Auroras. Once, like, the next crate drops, like, let's say somehow the Halloween crate comes back so I can get myself a dagger that, like, teleports me. I already have a head start. I've been saving up Auroras, which means the day it comes out, I can now buy 8 of those, going for 1,000 Auroras, which will be 10 Halloween crates, or just 10 crates in general. Hoping it's the Halloween crate. Alright, so if you want to get like the special melee, or any new building materials, you have to use crates and you need to save up your Auroras. Okay? They're probably one of the most important things that you can do and that builders have to their disposal. Okay, and my final tip, I promise this is my final tip, guys. Use real-world references. Again, I'm going to point at Nico the Bot. Or Nico the Boat, I'm sorry, he has a robot head, so it makes me think he's a robot sometimes. He made this thing called, like, the Japanese apartment block or something like that. It was like a Japanese city in, like, Tokyo or something. And he literally was just browsing Google Maps and finds that and decides to use the pictures on Google Maps to make it. And same with my hot dog stand. I mean, I live near a city, okay? They have tons of those, so it's easy to find those around. And the internet, like, you can even just look up hot dog stand on the internet and you'll find those, okay? And the massive building that you just saw, you know the one, the big one, that is based off of the Lubyanka building in Russia. The Lubyanka, whatever it is. I don't remember the build. I've probably had that build for maybe 6 months now. It's like, I built that from a picture. I've built this from a picture. My BMP, okay? Let me show you that. It's a tank. Who doesn't like tanks? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Tank. Look at that. My BMP, look, I went on ScaleMates, looked up pictures of the Trumpeter BMP model, and looked in the instructions of the art and schemes. And look, I made a BMP. I even got to look at the interior of it, using the instructions to make the interior of a BMP. Like, I made this using pictures. I've made tons of my builds using pictures and references, and you should do the same. Because if you want to be a better builder, you want to look at real-life examples that you don't even have to make up on your own. You can literally just copy that stuff, alright? It's perfect in every single way. So, I'm going to end this video off with of course, like and subscribe. Tell me if any of these tips helped you out, because sure enough, I think a lot of people need tips like that and need examples for it. And yeah, maybe come on to here, use these tips, help Electric State grow, and of course, have a good day.
So let's get the auction underway. On the first cow here, who's got 55? 55, 55, 55, no, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 59, 60, 60, 60, 60, 1, 1, 1, now 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4, 4 now, 4 now, 5, 5 now, 4, 4, 4 now, half, 4, 4 now, 5, 5, 5, 55, 5 and a half, 5 now, quarter, half and a half, 5, 75 now, 75, 75 now, 75, 75, sold your way, 65 and a half, 21. Andy Rock, 21, Rockstar, 21.